Frankie about the whole controversy about the man buying the kids, his son, the food, and not the other kids, the food. What do you feel about that, Mama Frankie?
Kids have nothing to do with anything. It's food.
Okay.
A scenario. If I come to my ex's house and my babies stay with him or they there for the weekend and he has a child, that child is my kid's siblings. That child has the same blood in my child's vein. This is his brother or his sister. And I'm going to deny my child, brother or sister, something to eat. No, no, I'm not. And if it's like 3 or 4 kids in there, then, and I'm the mom, and he brings some food over for my 2, we're going to split it down. We're going to break it up in squares and all. They going to eat. They gonna eat. If he bringing 1 for my child and it's another child, they gonna break it up in 2s. But man gonna eat, because children have nothing to do with anything. And if you human, you would feed the other child.
I said the same thing.
I'm just saying. That's just my take.
I said the same thing. I said that's just being a decent person.
Yeah, and I'm a decent person.
Okay.
I'm human. I'm not a machine.
Okay.
So.
Me personally, first of all, if I got a squad of kids, I'm not just gonna call Day Daddy to feed him. Okay, see, and this goes back to me saying, men only do what you allow them to do. You've been allowing him to bring 1 happy meal to you.
Yes.
Okay. Cause through the gate, he would already knew I gotta feed all these kids.
Yes.
But guess what? Before you had this little baby, you had these other kids. He was feeding other kids before you had this other baby. So now here it is. He being petty because evidently you've been letting him do all this petty stuff to you. Okay? So I just feel like he's not obligated, because what if he only had $6? Okay, I seen the kind of car he's pulling up in anyway. So he probably only had $6, $7 to get his baby something to eat, but you should have allowed your son to go out to the car and eat. But you also could have told him, you know what, go get me $5 worth of ground beef.
Yeah.
A bag of potatoes and some bread.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
And really,
So, I'm old school.
yes.
That's just it.
Some groceries.
Yeah.
And really,
groceries.
a man that doesn't have any kids by you, he's not obligated. He's not obligated. Show me somewhere in a book that a man is obligated to take care of another man's child. He does it solely to me because that comes with the mom. It's my child. If you feel anything for me, and if you really care for me, you would feed, another man's child. That comes from me. Because at the end of the day, I think the women are missing a point. Siblings. These are siblings. And I just can't turn my back away from my kid's brother or sister. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think women look at it that kids have nothing to do with it. No matter what me and her going through, if we got the same husband, she has him now, and he's my ex, what does the kids have to do with anything? We got an issue with each other, because at the end of the day, my kids and her kids are brothers and sisters. They're going to have to be around each other. And wouldn't you want your child to know who they brother and sisters is if something happened to me and this crazy bitch? Wouldn't you want it? They need each other. When we're gone, they need each other. So I think women should stop that too. Well, my kids was here first. Whether the kids was his first, second, or third. Kids don't have nothing to do with nothing.
And I'm with that. I've always operated like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Kids don't have
think
nothing to
women
do with
treat kids different by how they feel about the man?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay.
I know someone that didn't like the dad and gave their child up. Yeah, and kept the rest.
I have to. I didn't seen it. Like it's like this girl that I knew. Every guy that she would get with and have a kid with, that's the kid that she would cater to at the time. If she's with that daddy, she was catering to that dad. If she with another dad, she was catering with that kid.
Okay.
Yeah, cater with that dad and that kid. Then or so on. So yeah, you do have women like that.
Yeah. And I dealt with one person at a time. And if I started having babies, those who I was gonna have the babies for. So I had 4 by him. He died. Key word, he died. 30 years later, I got married. He didn't have no kids. And I ended up having twins. So that's the only reason I got 2 baby daddies, because God saw fit to take my first husband home.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have that problem if you quit sleeping like that and just constantly having babies for everybody you get with, you wouldn't have that problem. That's why I vowed to just deal with one person at a time.
We did have that conversation before, me and Wendy, about about women that go beyond 4 baby daddies.
You know, sometimes I believe, ladies, that in our mind, we think we're going to be with the first one for the rest of our life. There go baby. You get with the second. We feel he going to treat us better than the other. And we're going to be forever. Then you got a second baby. Then you got a third baby. Because you meet different men. And they all treat you different. And it ain't that you trying. Some of us don't try to have babies by different men that we have. You just really believe up here that this is the one. And now when you look up, you got 4 or 5 babies. And she don't even have to be a whore or, you know, just out there. She could have believed that everyone she dealt with, she was going to be with them for the rest of their life. Because I thought I was going to be with my first husband for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was having them like that. I was married. But I was having them bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? Because I really believed that I was going to be with him. It's just that God took him. You know what I'm saying? Then when I got married again 30 years later, I thought I was going to be with him for the rest of my life. And I had twins. And we divorced.
When do you think women need to stop? Like, beyond how many baby
I feel like
daddies?
this: if you married, have as many as you
No,
want.
no, I ain't saying as far as how many kids. I'm talking about baby daddies. Like, when do you say, this enough baby daddies right here?
In this day and age, 2.
2.
I say 2.
You at 2
But
minutes.
It's too much going on right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, who's to put a cap on when I supposed to stop and how many niggas I supposed to stop with? Because, like my mama said, if I get with this one guy, have a baby by him. Once it's over, I can get with another guy. I could have a baby by him. I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it goes
I
like
think
that
that's
too.
powerful if you can keep
Because,
loving, you know.
No, I'm saying have different fathers for your
I know,
kids.
but I'm saying that's still powerful to keep loving
Oh,
somebody.
yeah, but
different.
that's what she said.
You know,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. That I'm not,
But
knocking
it's like
nobody for-
I believe whatever make you happy. Because you know, sometimes, and men don't say this a lot, just like women get with guys and you be like, I wanna have his child. I love him. I wanna have his child. Men do that as well.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
They do
Have
that
a
as
baby
well.
value, yeah.
But after you had a baby and everything and it don't work, and we both split apart, I can meet somebody else and I can
True.
feel that same exact way.
Yeah.
You can feel that same
Yeah.
exact way.
Yeah.
Who's to say society could put a cap on how many kids I have and how many baby daddies I have?
I just met a lot of women where I have asked them, like, oh, they all got the same, all your kids got the same daddy, and they get offended. They get mad.
Ooh.
They be like, why would you ask me that? I've had that happen several times.
But they get offended
because I've asked them that.
like they got all the same.
Yeah, especially if they all got different daddies, and I asked that question
Make 'em
because
feel a
I
type
used
of
to
way.
ask that, but I stopped asking.
I'm like
but
this.
I would
I really
ask,
don't
like,
care.
do they all got the same daddy? Especially if they little, you know, and they all look different. I'd be like, they got the same daddy, and they'd be like,
Back then, I would, you know,
Yeah.
back then I pride a lot in other people's stuff and like their business. But I'm like this, whatever make you happy. And if you can take care of them little ugly motherfuckers and have as many as you want. Because, you know, you got a lot of them out. You got a lot of little doo-doos, little pistols. I just get so emotional when I talk about the ugly ass kids that we have. But yeah, but you know, to each his own. Whatever makes you happy. If you can take care of them, do it. But sometimes you got to use common sense. If things are not going right, because somebody told me I had all my babies by this one person and he was a nothing motherfucker. Well, I'm not going to have, if I know you a no good motherfucker one time and then the second time, I'm going to stop. But the third, the fourth, the fifth. And you